The P0340 code indicates a malfunction in the camshaft position sensor (CMP-A) circuit. This sensor monitors the camshaft's rotational position, crucial for engine timing, fuel injection, and emissions control. A faulty CMP can cause rough idling, misfires, reduced power, or a no-start condition. As of 2025, it accounts for 5 to 7% of engine-related diagnostic codes in ICE vehicles. Several factors can trigger the P0340 code. The most common is a faulty camshaft position sensor due to wear and tear from heat and vibration, accounting for 30 to 40% of cases. Wiring or connector problems, such as corrosion or breaks, are the second most common cause, making up 25 to 30% of cases. Timing belt or chain issues causing misalignment account for 15 to 20% of cases. Rarely, ECM or PCM malfunctions, such as software glitches or power supply problems, are responsible, affecting only 5 to 10% of cases. Other contributors include oil contamination and electromagnetic interference. Regular maintenance, like sensor cleaning during oil changes, can help prevent these issues. Diagnosing the P0340 code begins with an OBD2 scan to confirm the trouble code. Connect an OBD2 scanner to the vehicle's diagnostic port to retrieve and confirm the P0340 trouble code. Perform a visual inspection of the camshaft position sensor and its wiring harness for signs of damage, corrosion, or loose connections. Use a multimeter to measure the camshaft position sensor's resistance, which should typically be between 200 and 600 ohms for inductive sensor types. Connect an oscilloscope to analyze the camshaft sensor's output waveform, looking for a clean square wave pattern between 0 volt and 5 volts. Modern AI-powered OBD2 scanners from brands like Bosch and Autel can provide predictive alerts for potential sensor failures, reducing diagnostic errors. The most common solutions for fixing the P0340 code involve replacing the faulty sensor, repairing wiring issues, or addressing timing problems. The primary fix is replacing the faulty camshaft position sensor, which typically costs between $50 and $150. Another common solution is repairing damaged wiring or connectors that may be causing the circuit malfunction. You may also need to address underlying timing belt or chain issues that affect sensor alignment. When replacing the sensor, always ensure proper connections and verify wiring integrity to prevent future issues. Here's a simple diagram of the camshaft position sensor circuit, showing the connection between the engine control unit and the sensor through signal, ground, and reference wires. For example, in a Toyota Camry from 2010 to 2014 models, wiring corrosion caused by road salt was fixed through sensor replacement and connector cleaning. The rise of electric vehicles is making the P0340 code less prevalent. EVs completely lack camshaft sensors, rendering this diagnostic code irrelevant for these vehicles. In hybrid vehicles, redundant sensors and over-the-air updates help mitigate P0340 issues before they become problems. Predictive maintenance through telematics and IoT integration now flags P0340 precursors, enabling proactive fixes and reducing repeat diagnostics. This evolution has resulted in a 15% drop in repeat diagnostics since 2023, with a projected 25 to 30% reduction by 2030. A 2025 NHTSA incident reported P0340 triggers in a fleet of Ford F-150 trucks after a software glitch during an OTA update. The issue was traced to electromagnetic interference from new LED headlights. A firmware rollback resolved the problem, affecting 10,000 units. This highlights the unintended consequences of modern tech integration. Experts emphasize P0340 is rarely catastrophic if caught early. Approximately 80% of cases are sensor-related and fixable within an hour. DIY fixes can save an average of $150, with a 70% success rate using quality parts. Regular sensor scans in vehicles over 100,000 miles are recommended by some, while others advocate for transitioning to EVs to eliminate the issue entirely. As internal combustion engine vehicles phase out globally, the P0340 trouble code may become increasingly niche, primarily affecting legacy fleets. Innovations such as solid-state sensors and AI-powered diagnostics are making sensor failures rarer, with fixes potentially shifting from hardware replacements to simple software resets. Experts predict a 25 to 30% reduction in P0340 cases by 2030, driven by better materials and integrated diagnostics that prevent issues before they occur. However, in developing markets where older vehicles remain common, the P0340 code will continue to be relevant for the foreseeable future.